Wedges have uses all around your shop. Thin ones can be used as shims or for wedged tenons. And thicker ones can be used for clamping applications or as tusk tenons in mission-style furniture. But cutting tenons safely and accurately takes a little know-how. A good taper jig is an excellent way to cut wedges. Set the jig to the desired wedge angle and set the rip fence to just clear the blade. To keep control of the small parts as they're cut, I'm setting up a gripper to hold the cut wedge piece and the body of the stock that I'm cutting from. Making sure that everything clears the blade before I start cutting. Now I can cut as many wedges as needed. Remembering to flip the stock between each cut. This ensures that the angle is divided between both faces of the wedge. The taper jig is excellent for thicker wedges, but there's a limit to how thin the tip of the wedge can be before you start cutting into your jig. If your wedge needs to taper to a thin point, you'll need a different method for cutting them. A quick and easy auxiliary base for the gripper can get the job done. All that's needed is a stabilizing plate and a scrap of MDF about 8 by 12 inches. With the plate secured to the MDF and the gripper attached to it, set the rip fence to trim the MDF a little bit inside the leg of the gripper. Mark the MDF with the length and angle of the wedge needed. Then simply cut out and clean up the marked area. This will hold the wedge as it gets pushed through the saw blade. But the wedge needs to be held to prevent it from kicking back after the cut is made. So the gripper is set up with the inner leg holding the wedge. And the center leg is adjusted to hold the remaining stock during the cut. A final check ensures that none of the setup is going to come in contact with the blade. This setup will cut as many of these wedges as needed, safely and accurately. And like before, the stock should be flipped between each cut to ensure that the angle is divided across both faces of the wedge. Wedges are very useful in many aspects of our craft, and being able to cut them quickly, safely, and accurately will greatly expand your shop capabilities. Find more great how-to videos on our website at www.microjig.com.